Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Creative by Shay. So in today's tutorial, I will be showing you how to make a cute baby girl dress. So I will be listing more information about this dress in the description box and also on the screen. So make sure you check that out. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that you will love what you see and you will stay here with me. To my regular viewers and subscribers, thank you so much for always being here, guys. So let's jump in the video. So guys, this is the yarn that I will be using, and this one is 100% acrylic. It is super soft. It is a baby yarn, and the name of this yarn is Knit It. I got this yarn from Dollar Tree, so I'm not sure if it is sold anywhere else. The total amount on this skein is 354 yards, and it seems like it's a size 3 yarn. It doesn't state on the label, but it looks like a size 3. So I will be using a 3.0mm crochet hook to make this dress. So guys, to begin, we will start off by making a slip knot, and I will put on the screen the sizes that anyone that you want to make. I am making a 3 months old. So what you're going to do is if you're making a 3 months old, you will chain up to 8 inches wide. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to make my chains, and once I am at my desired length, I will meet back with you. Guys, I have come to the end of making my chains, and I did a total of 45, and I'm just going to measure that so you can see. It is measuring 8 inches wide. So now we will be doing the V-stitch. So to do that, we will skip 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th stitch here, we will make 1 double crochet. Chain 1, go back into that same stitch and make 1 double crochet to complete your V-stitch. You're going to chain 1. Sorry, you're not going to chain 1 here. Sorry about that, guys. You are going to skip 2, 1, 2, go into the 3rd stitch and make a double crochet. Chain 1, go back into that same stitch and make 1 double crochet to complete your V-stitch. You're going to skip 2, 1, 2, go into the 3rd, make 1 double crochet, chain 1, go back into that same stitch and make 1 double crochet to complete your V-stitch. And you're basically going to continue doing that all the way to the end. You should have a total of 2 stitches remaining. I will meet you back there. So guys, and now I have come back to my last 2 stitches, and we are going to yarn over, skip 1, and go into the last and make 1 double crochet. And that completes our row, or our first row, and there it is. So now you are going to chain up 2, turn your work, yarn over into that first V. You're going to put a V there. So you're going to make 1 double crochet, just as we were doing before, chain 1, go back into that same space and make 1 double crochet to complete your V. You're going to go into the next V and you're going to repeat the same thing. Next V, 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the same space, and that completes your V. You're going to basically continue doing this until you get to the end, and I'll meet you there. So guys, now I've come to the end of my 2nd row, and where we have our 3 chains that we skip in the beginning, we are going to yarn over and make a double crochet into that. Either into the top, or you can go underneath like this. I hope you can see that well. So let me just take my hook out, so you can just go underneath like that and make a double crochet. You're going to chain up 2, turn, and repeat the same step. And you're going to continue doing this until your row measures 8 inches long. I will put on the screen for the sizes so that you can follow along. And you're just basically repeating the same steps over and over until you get to your desired length of the sides that you're making. So I will see you once I get to my desired length. There. So guys, and now I have come to the end and I have my last stitches here remaining, and I'm just going to make my double crochet. Just pull up on that for a bit, and I went ahead and I measured out my neckline in here. And for the 3-month-old that I'm making, your top should measure 6 inches wide. So my apologies on saying 8 in the previous clip. So I hope that that did not throw you off. I will put that on the screen so you don't missed on the amount of stitches that you're supposed to do if you're making the same size that I am making. But I will be putting the information on the screen so you'll be able to follow. So what you're going to do is, for whatever size that you're making, you are going to count your V's, and then you're going to divide it by 2. So I have a total of 14 V's. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I divide that by 2, which will be 7 on this side and 7 on this side. When you divide your top here, you will put the hook into the middle of both of your divided numbers. So if you get 7 as I got here and 7 here, you will put the stitch marker in the middle just to mark that. And to measure the quarter part, you are going to measure from this stitch marker to the end of where your next V is, and you should get the length of the quarter here. And for the one that I'm making should be 3.5. So I'm just going to show you. So there it is, measuring into the last V that I have here. So what I do is, I could not put the stitch marker here, so I would have to put it before the 3. So I had it right here in between. So technically we will make 2 V's here on the end and 2 V's here on the next end. So if you're making the same size, this will be the exact same measurement that you will do. If you're making a bigger size, then you will have a little bit different measurement. You probably will have like 3 V's or so, I'm not sure. So moving forward, you will chain 2 and turn your work, make your V, make your next V, so now that I have finished making my V there, you should technically have 30 stitches in between here. So what you're going to do is, you are going to chain 30 chains. I'm just going to go ahead, chain up my 30, and I'll meet with you. So guys, and now I have come to my 30 chains, and just to make sure that you are counting your inner part correctly, you're going to count from this first stitch of this V to the last V here of this this one here, so I hope you can see that well. So you're going to count from this end of this last V here to the end of this V, and you should get your total amount of stitches in between. So I have 30, and now I'm just gonna make my next V on top of the V that I have here. And then make my double crochet, chain 2, turn your work. You can remove your stitch marker because you don't really need them right now. Make your V here. And your next V. And then you are going to skip 1, 2, and into this third stitch you're going to make your first V. So you can see where that it is lining up in this V here. Skip 2, 1, 2, going to the third, make your next V, and you're basically going to continue doing that right across, and I'll meet you there. So now I have come back to my next 2 V's here, and I'm going to skip 1, 2, and into my next V I will be putting my V. And then my last double crochet, chain up 2, turn your work because you're working on the next panel, so you can see all the V's are matching to where they're supposed to be. So now I'm going to make my V right across, and you're going to make that until you meet back up to this same length. And once you get there, I will meet back with you. So just continue making your V. And I'll meet you there. Just repeating the same steps. So guys, now I have come to my last V here. I'm just going to finish off my last row. And make my last double crochet. Just going to pull up on that for a bit and making sure that it is measuring on the same length. So this is what it looks like so far. It is all matched up. We have 10 V's in between here, and we have 2 on each end. So this is what it looks like. So now what we're going to do is, this is actually the wrong side, so I'm going to flip that over to the right side. And we are going to now measure the armhole area. So I'll be putting the sizes on the screen so you can follow along. So because I am making the 3 months old, I will be measuring 3.25. So from the shoulder here to here. So this will be 3.5. So technically it will be in between here. So I will put my stitch marker into this part here. I'm just going to measure it back to see that, make sure that I am correct. Okay. And on the same side, we are going to do the same exact thing. You can even follow from here and give it an eyeball. And I'm going to measure from the top to where the stitch marker is, and I'm going to flip it over just to make sure that it is in the correct lining. Okay, perfect. So now we are going to flip our work over to the wrong side, and we are going to sew that part up. So we're going to sew up from this end to this end here. So I'm going to insert my hook into this first stitch, chain 1, and into where you have these double crochets here, we're just going to put two single crochets in there. That's 1 and 2. Into the next one, we're going to repeat the same thing. And you're basically just going to continue doing that all the way until you get to this margin here, and you're going to stop there. So I'm going to continue doing that, then I'll see you there. So now I have come to the end, and I'm just going to chain 1 and fasten off. Leave a little tail end so you can have that to weave in. And on the next side, we are just going to attach our yarn. So insert your hook into the right into the end part there, and into the end on this side as well. Chain 1, give it a tie, and go into these stitches and repeat the same steps. You can weave this tail end in as you go along. So I'm going to continue doing that, and I'll see you at the end. So guys, now I've come to the end here, and I'm just going to chain 1 and fasten off. And then we're going to flip that over. So you can see where we have our joining here and the joining on this side as well. Now what we're going to do is we're going to remove our stitch marker, and the same exact thing that we do on this side is the same thing that we're going to do on the other side here. So now we're going to rejoin our yarn, and we are going to go into this first double crochet space there, give that a tie, and we have a chain 1 before, so we're just going to chain 2 more, and you're going to go into this double crochet space and you're going to make a V. And into each double crochet space, you're going to put a V. So that's 1, chain 1, to the next space, another V, into the next space, another V, and repeat this all the way around. So in each double crochet space, you're putting a V. So follow that same sequence all the way around. So guys, and now I have come to my last space here, and this is where we did our chain up 3, and we're going to put our last V there. And then we are going to slip stitch under, chain up 3, and into our first V here we're going to put 7 double crochets. So this is going to have that fan looking effect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You're going to go into the next V, and you're going to do the same thing, making 7 double crochets into each V all the way around until you get to the end. So that's 4, 5, 6, and 7. So continue doing that all the way around into each and every V, and I'll meet you at the end. So guys, and now I have come to the end of making the ruffle part here of the sleeve, and I am just going to slip stitch into this stitch here, or you can go under, chain 1, and then fasten off. You are going to weave these tail end in later on. So this is what the dress looks like so far. So it's looking super cute, and we are now going to work on the bottom part of the dress. So now what we're going to do is we are going to go into where we join, into that joining. So you can see into the joining here. You are going to chain 1, give that a tie, and you can weave the tail end in as you go along. You are going to chain up 1 and 2, and into our first stitch here you are going to put 2 double crochets, into the next stitch 2 double crochet, and into each and every stitches around you're going to put 2 double crochets. So I will continue doing this, and I'll see you at the end. I'll meet you back here. So guys, and now I am back to where we started off here, and into this join in here I am just going to add 2 double crochets. So it's going to be a little bit hard to get into it, but I'm just adding that because I will have a little gap there, and I don't want to have the gap, so I'm just adding 2 more double crochets there, and then I am going to slip stitch on top of our first double crochet. So now that we have done so, we're going to go ahead and chain up 1, 2, and 3, and into that same stitch, because we did that double crochet on top of the double crochet, we are going to go back into that stitch and make 1 double crochet. Into the next stitch, we're going to do 2 double crochet. So the sequence for row 2 is 1 double crochet and then 2 double crochet in the next stitch. Continue doing that all the way around, and I'll meet back with you at the end. So there it is. So guys, and now I have come to the end of making the ruffle part here of the sleeve, and I am just going to slip stitch into this stitch here, or you can go under, chain 1, and then fasten off. You are going to weave this tail end in later on. So this is what the dress looks like so far. So it's looking super cute, and we are now going to work on the bottom part of the dress. So now what we're going to do is we are going to go into where we join, into that joining. So you can see into the joining here. You are going to chain 1, give it a tie, and you can weave the tail end in as you go along. You are going to chain up 1 and 2, and into our first stitch here you are going to put 2 double crochets, into the next stitch 2 double crochet, and into each and every stitches around you're going to put 2 double crochets. So I will continue doing this, and I'll see you at the end. I'll meet you back here. So guys, and now I have come to the end of my last row here, and I did a total of 22 rows. I'm just going to make my slip stitch, and I'm going to show you what the dress looks like. I'm just going to chain 2 and 3. I'm going to chain up 3 and leave it there. So guys, this is what the dress looks like so far. It is looking super cute. See all that nice flowing out. So, and that's what the top looks like. So we're almost there. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to put a little bit of let me just redo this, something like a little lace kind of looking effect on the end. So I'm going to chain up 3. I'm going to skip that first stitch that we normally put 1 in, and we're going to go into the next stitch and we're going to do a slip stitch. We're going to chain up 3 again, skip 1 stitch, go into the next, chain up 3, and you're basically going to continue doing this all the way around, and I'll meet you back at the end. So continue chaining 3, slip stitch in, skipping 1 stitch, and then slip stitch into the next stitch there. So this is what it looks like. So continue doing that, and I'll see you at the end. So guys, and now I have come to the end here, and I'm just going to chain up 1, 2, and 3. And what I'm going to do is I am just going to go directly into this loop here. So this is what it looks like so far. and I'm just gonna do one more round of doing the same thing. So instead of going into the stitch, I am just gonna go underneath the loop and make a slip stitch, chain up 3 again, and make a slip stitch into the next loop. And we're going to continue doing this all the way around until we get back to the end, and I'll see you there. So guys, and now I have come to the end here, and I have 1 loop remaining, and I'm just going to go ahead and make a slip stitch on that loop. And this is where I am actually going to fasten off. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to go, I'm going to chain 1 and then fasten off, and then we can weave that tail end in. Let me get my darning needle. So I'm weaving my tail end in, just into the stitches. And then fasten off. And this is what it looks like. So you can see how super cute the edges look. And basically we're done making our dress. It is looking super cute. I actually love the way how it turned out with that edges. I'm going to go ahead and weave this tail end in. And I'm just basically going to do it the same way as I just did before. So I'm going to go ahead and do it and then come back with you. So guys, this is the end look of our dress. It is looking super cute. You can see all the way down, you can see how it flows nicely, and it has this nice little border at the end here, or trimming if you want to call it that. So guys, I hope that this tutorial was straightforward and easy to follow. Thank you so much again for watching my tutorial, and again, if you're new to my channel, please do subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified each time I post a video. So I will be making a headband to match with this dress. So I will see you in part 2. Until next time, bye.